Hey everyone! With the PSLE getting closer, I know there's one topic that can feel a bit tricky, and that's angles. So today we're going to crack the code and make it super simple. Let's do this!
You know that feeling, right? You get a question with a bunch of lines going everywhere and it asks you to find angle X. It can feel like a total puzzle with half the pieces missing. But what if I told you it's not about magic? It's about being a detective and knowing the clues.
That's right. For the next few minutes, your mission is to become an angle detective. We're going to go through your training, and I'll give you all the tools and secret clues you need to solve any angle mystery they throw at you.
Okay, so every detective needs a toolkit. And these are your fundamentals. These are the absolute basics you need to know, the clues that show up in almost every single problem. Get these down, and you're already on your way.
First tool in the kit, angles on a straight line. Just look at the edge of your table, or a ruler, or the side of a book. That's a straight line. And here's the rule. Any angles that sit together on that line will always, and I mean always, add up to 180 degrees. It's a fact.
And the rule is just so simple. See here? Angle A plus angle B equals 180. It doesn't matter if there are two angles or 5 angles squished together on that line, the total is always 180. Lock that number in your head. It's a big one.
All right, next tool. Go on, grab 2 pens or pencils from your desk and make an X with them. You've just made vertically opposite angles. See the angles that are directly across from each other? They're like perfect reflections. They are always equal. So look at how this works. Angle A is the exact same size as angle B, and angle C is a perfect match for angle D. This is an awesome clue, because if you find one, you automatically know its partner on the other side. It's like a freebie.
And for our last basic tool, think about the very center of a clock where the hands meet. As they go all the way around, they make a full circle. Well, a full circle is always 360 degrees.
So it doesn't matter how many pieces you slice that circle into. Whether it's 2 angles or these 3, A, B, and C here, or even 20 of them, if they all meet at a single point and go all the way around, they add up to 360. And that wraps up our basic toolkit.
Okay, detective, you've got the basic tools down. Now it's time to level up. We're moving on to parallel lines. This is where some of the sneakiest but most powerful clues are usually hiding.
So, whenever you see 2 parallel lines, like a railway track, and another line cutting across them, I want you to immediately start hunting for 3 secret letters: Z, C, and F. These letters are visual clues that instantly tell you what to do.
Now this little table here is your secret code breaker. Now look closely. Do you see the pattern? The Z shape gives you alternate angles, and they're equal. The F shape gives you corresponding angles, and guess what? They're also equal. But the C shape, that's the odd one out. These interior angles are partners. They add up to 180 degrees.
So let's make this super clear. If you can trace a Z or an F with your finger on the diagram, the angles tucked into the corners are identical. They're exactly the same. It's an amazing shortcut.
And remember this, because it's super important. The C shape is the special one. The 2 angles trapped inside that C are not equal. Instead, they work together to make 180 degrees, just like our old friend the straight line. This is the one rule people sometimes forget, so make sure you've got it.
So you've got all these clues now. What happens when you see a whole shape, like a triangle or a parallelogram? Well, the great news is there are no new rules to learn. Shapes are just places where you get to use all the clues you already know.
Let's take 2 common culprits. Triangles. An isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides, right? Well, that means the 2 angles at the base are also equal. Even easier is the equilateral triangle. All its sides are equal, which means all its angles are always 60 degrees. Simple as that.
Now, let's open up a proper case file, the parallelogram. It might look a little tricky, but really, it's just a shape made of 2 pairs of parallel lines. So, which of our parallel line clues do you think we can find here?
Let's break it down. First, the opposite angles, like A and C, are equal. Same for B and D. But now look at 2 angles next to each other, like A and D. Can you spot that C shape hidden between the parallel sides? That's right. They're interior angles, so they have to add up to 180. See? It's just your toolkit in action.
And that's the big secret, really. No matter the shape, a triangle, a rhombus, whatever, you're not learning new stuff. You're just getting better at spotting the straight lines, the opposite angles, and those hidden Z, C, and F shapes. Fantastic work, detective. Your training is just about done. It's time for the final debriefing, a super quick summary of everything you need for your big mission, the PSLE.
And here it is, your ultimate cheat sheet. Straight line, 180. Opposite angles, equal. Full circle, 360. And for parallel lines, Z and F mean they're equal, while the special C means they add up to 180. This is everything you need.
And that's it. You've done it. You went from the basics to cracking the code on complex shapes. You have the tools, you have the know-how, you are now officially a certified angle detective. Feel good about that.
So, the only thing left to ask is, are you ready? Because the next time you see an angle problem, you're not going to see a mystery. You're going to see a case that's just waiting for you to solve it. You've got this. Good luck.